also commercial properties, industrial properties, even vacant land. You'll have access to all those different properties as well. So now, when you do first start off, you will notice, so ListSource, the database itself, I see as accessing two major ways. Either through the create your own section right there, so that this is, we're giving you access to the whole database. You're basically, going down that buffet line, and you're picking and choosing off of that buffet line based on the criteria that, you're pulling off of it. As you're pulling those off, you're generating that list or that plate based on what you've pulled off that buffet line. And so you can see them create your own as kind of like that master list, whereas then we also do offer these wizards where we kind of walk you through step by step and kind of guide you to, for example, generating an absentee owner list or new homeowner list. And actually you will notice some overlap. But, same thing, nearby property list. Under mortgage prospects, you'll be able to generate FHA loan prospect lists or lender-specific lists. I know, Bruce, you said you were specifically looking for Wachovia loans, etc. You can actually find that under this lender-specific wizard. You can search on reverse mortgage prospects, seller carryback prospects, foreclosure prospects. Bruce, I know you also mentioned foreclosure, so this will kind of guide you to those foreclosure prospects if you'd like. So these wizards, everything you find under these, you will obviously all find under this master create your own access. So today I'm going to, instead of going through each one of these, that would take forever, because anything that you find under these, you find in the create your own. I'm going to be showing you the create your own and show you access to everything that you can choose from. You'll notice there's 6 major tabs up here at the top that you're able to search on. Everything from, you obviously want to set your geography and target it in a certain area. You'll have access to mortgage information, property information, mortgage information coming from the county, typically the county recorder's office. Property information coming typically from the county tax assessor's office, dealing with property characteristics and such. Demographics data, which we actually collect from a third-party vendor.
Making a movie?
It's not, public data, rather it's coming from, and I can't tell you exactly who it is, but, it is coming from one of the credit companies. So you'll have access to demographics data, foreclosure information, which also comes from the county as well, and then other optional search functions. So you'll notice over here on the right, it's blank, but this is where you'll be doing all of your criteria selections. Once you do make your selections over here on the right, it'll be thrown over here to your criteria summary box, listing all the criteria that you selected, and based on all that criteria, it'll provide you with a count on the fly right away here on your counter. Alright, so let's go to the geography tab. You can do a search, everything from, you can target in on a specific area code. You can target on a census tract, a city. So for example, I wanted to reach out to some cities in, California. Once you select California,
This is what found when you're on the line.
all of the available
So you
cities
see everything.
within California that you can choose from. And once you choose those, you click add, and then it'll throw it over here into your criteria summary box, and it provides you a count right away. You'll have access to, targeting on a specific county, I'm sorry, yes?
So this is true. Can you actually run a search and show us what the results?
Oh yeah, definitely. I sure will.
Okay.
I'm just going to go over these real quickly, and then I'll actually run a list while we're going through the whole site. So yep. Great question. Thank you. Same concept with county. You want to select on a specific state, and it's going to provide you with a list of all the counties within that state, and you can pick them one by one, and then you click add. And you can actually use some of these geography, selections together. So, you may want to target it on a certain county in New York, but you want to target it on a specific city in, Pennsylvania or something. Then you can actually use the two together just to let you know you're not limited to just using one at a time. You can search on FIPS code if you know what that is. It's the Federal Information Processing Standard code that every county is provided. And that's what's great about listsource. You'll notice that once you do make a selection on one of the criteria, it'll provide you with a little hint box right there. So always look out for that little blue, kind of blue-gray, grayed out box that'll give you a little hint as to what you're searching on. I mean, obviously I don't have to tell you. You can easily Google it as well. But, we do try to help you out as well by providing you with a little definition. You can do a search on MSA, the larger city areas or metropolitan statistical areas. Same thing, like California and, CoreLogic, we're located down here in Orange County or in the Southern California area. And so typically people do the LA Riverside OC area, which covers the Southern California area. Some may even include San Diego, but there's that. You can search on map, book, page, and grid. Map search feature, I'll go over this shortly here, but a cool tool where you can actually draw on a map to target in on a specific area. So I'll go over that shortly here. Municipality, township, you can search on parcel ID range, SCF, state. You can do searches on states, whole states, or if you want to do a nationwide search, that's where you want to go on is a state select and then click all states. So let me do all states. I move it over, it goes into my selected state box and then throws that over into my criteria summary box. And there it is right there. So I mentioned earlier 134 million properties, so there it is right there, 134 million plus. But you will notice the counter number being different from that 134 million plus, and that's because when you first start a search, the system is going to default and make sure that the mailing address is complete on those properties and exclude any corporate-owned properties. Only because, that seems to be the popular search criteria that people like to use, and so we set those as default. So what this is doing here, this county here, is that it's taking those 134 million properties, it's checking to make sure that the address are complete on all those properties records, and that it does exclude any corporate-owned properties. So with those two criteria, default criteria, it's going to adjust that 134 million plus down to 111 million. But if these don't really matter to you, you can easily delete them right here. As you can see, you click on the X and X. Once you do, you'll notice that number 134 million plus being equivalent to the starting number right there. Alright. You can search on, as granular as a street name. You search on a specific state and a county and then enter in a name of the street, and it'll provide you with all the availables on that street if you're looking for properties on that street. Subdivision, tax rate area, township ring section, tract, zip plus radius. So if you know a particular zip code that you want to search on and then go out an X amount of miles from the center of that zip code, you can, up to 25 miles. Zip code even, you can do a zip code search, same search function here. You click on a specific state, it'll provide you a list of all the available zip codes within that state you can choose from, or you can even manually enter it in down here, or even do ranges by entering the hyphen. Also, if you have a list of zip codes on a, say for example, in a text file or an Excel spreadsheet, all you have to do is copy from that Excel spreadsheet and then just paste it into this box down here at the bottom, so you don't have to manually enter in there. You can do 500 at a time, but hey, at least you don't have to sit there and enter in, 500 zip codes all at, one at a time. So you can just copy and paste. And then zoning area as well. But let me actually show you that map search feature. So let me reset my account real quick. Click on create your own. I zeroed it out. So let me click on map search. And as you can see, the map is powered by Bing, maps, Microsoft Bing Maps. Here's your counter again, but you can easily collapse that or expand it to get it out of the way so you can look on the map. But how the map search feature works is that you enter in a particular address, and once you do that, it'll place that address on the map for you. There it is, represented with that red house icon. And on the map, you can actually draw. So, knowing that you map that specific address, I mean, you may kind of know, the neighborhood, surrounding neighborhood. So, as you can see, there's this neighborhood right here that, for example, that I may want to target in on, do a mailing campaign out to. So, on the actual map, I can actually draw a circle. So, using the left button on my mouse, I click on it, hold it, and then start to drag out and create an area, a coverage area that I want to, start a mailing campaign out to. Once I'm good with the area, then what I do is actually let go of that button, and it'll provide me with a count right away of 1,317 properties that fell within that red shaded area. But again, with the mailing address being complete, excluding corporate owned, it adjusted that number down to 1,274. And just like any other map, I mean, you can zoom in and out, check out the whole area. Running a little slow here. But you can zoom in and out. I'll do that just quickly here. You can even do bird's eye view if you need to view closer in on the area. But actually, I do know this neighborhood pretty well, and so I know there's a shopping area here, there's a strip mall, there's a shopping center here, there's an elementary school here, I know there's some commercial properties here, and I don't want those included in my, coverage area, so what I can actually do is draw a polygon. And with the polygon, again, using the left button on your mouse, I can draw the sides of my polygon to exclude, for example, this shopping area right here. So, I can sidestep around it.
For your pest business, you could, send out mailers to that particular area,
Again,
I know.
exclude these commercial
There's actually a
properties
company that
right
did it.
here. I don't want those in my
But this is
account.
much better.
This is
Close
awesome.
off my polygon.
We pay this company
That way, compared to
to
that circle,
did this stuff.
I know I'm
This kind of
getting
thing.
a more, granular.
You do this
search
yourself.
here
You can pay them to do it,
because
but
I know the
Yeah,
neighborhood,
it costs so
like I
much.
said. I know that I'm reaching out to only these SFRs rather than including them, these commercial properties all around here. So.
Pretty cool.
All right. Any questions regarding the map search feature or the geography?
no, it's awesome. That's fine.
All right. So,
No.
like I stated, let me actually focus in. I'll actually go through the whole step of actually generating a count, and then at the end, I'll actually purchase the count and show you what the actual file looks like. So, for today, let me actually target on a specific county. So I select county. Let me select on California, and I'm looking for Ventura. And so there it is right there. Click add, and then it throws it in here. Now I know I'm starting with over 252,000 records out of Ventura County. But again, with these two being applied, it's giving me a starting number of 223,000 plus. Alright, so now once I set a geography, I can move on to these other tabs. Let me just go in order here. You don't have to go in order, but, it's in a line here, linear movement here. So you can move on to the mortgage tab. Again, be mortgage information. You can do a search on lien position, whether you want to lump all those together into your search, you can do so, all mortgages, or searching only on the first, or only on the juniors being second and thirds. But just like the geography, I mean, just a lot of selects here for you. Everything from adjustable rate writer information, so all those adjustable loans and all the data tied to that